single mother will never get a good man. Let me say that one more time. A single mother will never get a good man. And let me clarify what I mean by that. Because I'm a single mother, you know what I'm saying? But I've already come to reality. So when I say a single mother will never get a good man, this is what I mean. Most men want to start a family. They don't want to join a family.
There's so many single mothers out here that's stressed out because they can't keep a man. We're about to talk about it, but before we do, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
I was on the phone with my friend, and she was venting to me. She was really discouraged. She was like, you want to know what? I don't know if I'll ever get married. I don't know if I'll ever become a wife because I have 2 kids. Like, I'm a single mom and I have 2 children, and I don't know what man would want to deal with that. That's what she told me. And me being a friend, you know, I encouraged her. I was like, well, you know, pray that God will send you a husband. Pray that God will send you a man that's going to love you and your kids. That's what I told her. Even though I encouraged her, in a way, I still felt where she was coming from, because I don't really see a lot of men that's wifing up women who have children. I'm not saying that it don't happen, and I'm not saying that most men are doing it. I'm not saying that, but all I'm saying is my walk of life, like from what I see on an everyday basis, I don't see a lot of men that's marrying women with kids, women who have children. And I just wonder why. Like, why is that? True story, my stepdad married my mom in 2005, and my mom already done had 6 kids. And my stepdad is still married my mom, and they've been married for over 20 years now. But that was back in 2005. Like, we in 2025. I don't know if maybe times done changed.
There's a whole culture and a cottage industry built on dragging single Black mothers. Podcasts, pulpits, barbershops, and timelines. Black men gather to dissect the problem of single Black motherhood, filling feeds with blame, but never reflection. 64% of Black children are raised in homes without their fathers. Nearly 80% of single-parent Black households are held down by women. More than 70% of Black kids born to unmarried parents will never see their father's name on the school sign-in sheet, sometimes not even on the birth certificate. But listen to the rhetoric. She should have chosen better. She's raising these broken kids. She's too independent. No man wants that. Y'all have all the smoke for the women left to clean up, never a whisper for the men who vanished without a trace. This is generational hypocrisy. How do you wage war on the women who stayed, but offer protection and silence to the men who left? Why is the single mother the villain for surviving the storm, while the man who brought the thunder is nowhere in sight? You never see a war on absentee fatherhood. No marches, no trending hashtags, no endless panels about why so many Black men walk out and never walk back in. Black men build platforms off the backs of Black mothers' endurance, using her struggle as evidence of her failure, never as proof of his absence. And let's be real, this isn't about concern for the children. It's about punishing Black women for refusing to fall apart, for making a way out of no way, and for surviving when men left nothing but shadows and receipts. Here's the coldest truth. Single Black mothers are not the crisis. They're the reason there's anything left to save. If you want to talk accountability, stop blaming the women who stayed and start looking for the men who only show up to cast stones but never to carry the weight. So the next time you hear a Black man blaming single mothers, remember, the real war is against the ones who did the work, while the ones who disappeared get to wage war from the comfort of their own absence.
As a man, I can't get pregnant, but if I could, I'm pretty sure I would be more skeptical about who I'm pregnant by. No diddy, but a lot of people are out here living reckless, and that's why a lot of men don't feel the need to protect women.
So I saw a video of a Black woman saying, can we normalize Black men protecting Black women? No. You want to know why? Because it was Black women who turned their back on the Black man first. You gave up on him. You canceled him out. You kicked him out. You, Black woman, turned your back on the Black man first. And now you want to have the audacity to talk about them the way that you do? After all the pain and suffering that you have put them through. There has always been a Black family unit. Always. Since we was picking cotton. All the way up until 1960. It was you, Black woman, who caused all the damage that you did. And all that hurt and that pain and the hard work that these black men did from working unskilled jobs, from the law being passed for them to be able to go to school and learn a trade, to work skilled jobs to make more money, to provide for their family and send their kids to college for degrees. When their job was taken from them, it was you who turned your back on him for a check. And now you want a man to come to your rescue. You didn't even try to save him. There was some black women that stood by their man. And they chose to pack up from these luxury apartments that were sold to them as artificial smoky mirror mirage bullshit. And they moved out and they continued to keep their families together. But it was a whole bunch of you that turned your back on them. So I don't blame them for feeling the way that they feel today about you. Know your history. Learn it. See how it was systematically put together to destroy and dismantle the black family unit that had been strong for so long. And look where we at today. That pain, that hurt, that suffering, those emotions that man felt when you turned your back on him was carried from generation to generation to generation to generation to today. Where they can give two about you. Because you gave zero about them.
If black men are the cause, why y'all keep getting pregnant by them? If black men are the cause for the baby mama culture, why do y'all keep making yourselves baby mamas? If black men are solely the reason of why the black community is falling apart, why is it that even in their absence, the black community is still falling apart? I need y'all to really have a conversation with me, ladies. Hear me out. Every live that I have run across this morning is a debate about who creates baby mama culture, who is destroying the black culture. We both play a role. I'm not excusing them for their part, but this is what I am wanting y'all to understand, and I want y'all to see. No man can make you be a baby mama unless you consent. My body, my choice, right? It is your choice to lay down with that man. It is your choice to not take birth control. It is your choice not to take a plan B. It is your choice to not handle a procedure after. It's your choice, right? And not only that, it is your choice to not vet that man. Well, Ash, men lie. Yes, they do. So that means you should want to see proof, right? I didn't know he was like that. Did you ask? Did you go and talk to the other baby mamas? Did you see how he interacted with the other kids? Well, Ash, I didn't know he was broke. Did you pull his credit? Did you actually show up to the job to see that he really worked there? Well, Ash, I didn't know that he was abusive to women. Did you go and see how he treats the other women in his life, his mama, his sister, his aunt? Those are all key indicators. And even knowing all of that, you could still run into a manipulator. I get it. But then y'all aren't even taking the time to let some stuff play out. You pregnant 3, 4, 5 months after meeting a man. Of course you don't know who he is. You ain't been around him long enough. Well, Ash, none of that can guarantee anything. I was married for 15 years. True. Nothing is guaranteed in life, but you minimize the possibilities by doing some work up front. Get the social security number. Get the birthday. Ask for the address. Pull the credit. Pull the background. Ask to see them pay stubs. Ash, that's a lot of personal information. Your cooch is personal. Your womb is personal. If that man is not allowing you to pull your credit, his credit, he can't pull you back down on that bed, baby. Ain't no babies coming out of nothing without verification. I said what I said.
Just when you thought there was some hope for men and women to come together and start to build communities, have real families, you got a lot of modern women coming out, letting the world know that it ain't no way possible a man is going to want to deal with a woman that already got kids.
single mother will never get a good man. Let me say that one more time. A single mother will never get a good man. And let me clarify what I mean by that. Because I'm a single mother, you know what I'm saying? But I've already come to reality. So when I say a single mother will never get a good man, this is what I mean. Most men want to start a family. They don't want to join a family, right? So when a man comes in and a man see a woman already got kids, he want to play around with that woman, but he don't want to come in. And if he do come in and play a role, you're gonna have to take. You are the breadwinner of the concoction, right? Because 9 times out of 10, this nigga ain't got no house. He ain't stable, or he already got something going on. It's just always something with him. You gonna go in it genuinely, and he gonna come in it and you could be a great woman. You could be the best woman this man ever could have asked for in his life. But because you are a single mother and you got kids, you're never gonna be what he truly what he wants. Because in his head, these kids is a financial burden that I did not ask for, right? And maybe it'll work out if the daddy, if the biological daddy is completely in, but y'all just not together. But he gets them, he provide for him, he do his. Maybe it'll work, right? But it ain't gonna never work, because what I just said about the daddies being in, that typically ain't how it is. The daddies is gone and they just started a new family, because once again, a man want to start a family, not join a family. And if he joins that family, 9 times out of 10, she is taking care of that man. So if you a smart young women, don't have no kid, don't do it.
What I really wish is that for you men to be honest with women from the beginning. I've been battling this for years, crying for years, because I went from a virgin at almost 30 years old to a single mother. And it hurts me because I've been silent for too long, and all I hear people say is they disrespect women and mothers all the time. But they don't never talk about how men lie and deceive women. They don't even want to be with them. I wish y'all would just be honest with women before the trauma begins. So I went from a virgin to almost 30 years old to a single mom, to be in trauma, to be in survival mode. That's what obsessed me the most. I was a good girl my whole life, loyal to people that deceive me the most. And that's what messes me up the most. I didn't even have a choice whether or not to be in survival mode. But you men don't care, you just move on to the next. You don't care who you put in survival mode. And y'all not trying to elevate at all. You're not trying to be with any woman. You're not trying to be with the woman that you really want to be with. Because you play games. You all play games for generations to come.
Eat my ass if I'm wrong, but every man that I have met that is not married and is 50 plus, they don't want to get married. And I'm saying this because I talked to somebody yesterday, just in the hospital, and they were just visiting their family, and they were showing me pictures of all their kids, and just how he's having all of his exes visit, the family member. And I'm looking at him oh, that's cool. And he's yeah, I don't have a ring on my finger, I don't want to get married. I'm never going to get married. And then it made me think of my dad. My dad's the same way. He's telling me, oh, I've been with your stepmom for so-and-so years. We've been through hell and back, but I'm never getting married. And I'm looking at them why not? They done already been through hell and back. You might as well give them the ring. And then they'll be well, I do give them a ring. I just won't sign the marriage contract. Why the not? You don't have anyway. I mean, maybe the guy does. My dad doesn't. So I don't understand why not. Why are y'all so scared to just get married? It doesn't make sense to me. I really am baffled. Eat my ass if I'm wrong, but you already wasted all these years not being married. Why not just end your life with marriage? You're with the girl anyway. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's always the 50 plus. Why not just get married? I don't understand.
You gotta keep in mind, not everybody doing bad, struggling single like this. And for the ones that are, maybe they never learn how to appreciate a person and only appreciate a person for what they bring to the table. Cause I promise you, all the married people out there done been through the ups and downs and figured out a way to make it worth it to stay together, and love ain't always got everything to do with it. Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about these single ladies out here crying about not having a baby daddy. They feel like they never gonna have a man to step in to really be a man. They should have chose who their baby daddy is a lot wiser, and they wouldn't be going through this stuff. And for you fellas out there, man, y'all ain't no better, but we gonna talk about y'all on the next video.